Yeah, every single time that we've seen Fnatic run Dazzle, it's been on Ice every single time. Granted, I'm sure if there's ever like an axe or something, then they may give it like a 4 position, or even then they may keep it 3, just because, I mean, if it's 3 position, then he's probably not graving anyone. He's probably using grave on full HP targets to get more bad juju, which is what we've been seeing Ice usually do. So they just like the hero. They think it's very quick. It seems that most of Ice's heroes, he's been like getting very early mechanisms on and just using that as an excuse to group up with the team. So Dazzle definitely very good at that. Probably after the Necro book, but still a very, very objective oriented offlaner.
5 seconds remaining.
Yeah, definitely. And I think that looking at these second round of bans too, you've got Ember Spirit taken out. They're trying to like slow down those heroes that can play fast across the map. People that can kind of set the tempo a little bit. You could still run something along the lines of a DK if you wanted to for Fnatic and try and like sort of time out the pushes, come in with the dragon form or what have you. But it definitely doesn't have to be that route. You could still have this Dazzle build in towards accelerating team fight items and then play a little bit slower match if they wanted to take a harder carry for Mr. Savage towards the end. See how they go for though.
Yeah, I mean they paired up the Alchemist with the Dazzle last time they ran it, so
yeah,
they could not necessarily have to go for a push approach if they don't want to. They can stall it out. I mean, ban out the troll.
I was going to say that I sort of feel like Alchemist has become almost a push hero because the games end at like 20 minutes.
Yeah.
It's weird the way that is.
I guess they just use Radiance as like, oh, great, we have a very, very early Radiance. Now you can't team fight around us, so if we group up as 5, there's practically nothing you can do to stop us.
But that's not a group up hero.
Ricky. Yeah, no, not quite. It's a very pick-off oriented hero, but one that will play nicely with Earthshaker, especially a DJ Earthshaker who will most likely get a very early Blink Dagger. So what is Ricky's win rate in this region? I'm curious, because I know I had asked you earlier and I think you ended up looking at ESL statistics,
right?
And it was like 40% or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
So let's see what it's like in the BTS Pro Series, which will include the Americas, because I don't know how to separate it, but I am curious to see what Ricky's win rate is right now. It is 4. I kind of gave it away. What would you have guessed?
Well, I wouldn't have guessed the number. I would have protested.
Higher than 50 or lower than 50?
I think that I would have said lower than 50. I don't think that would be changes correct. Region to region. But you definitely gave it away. So yeah, that was
I did.
That was wonderful.
It's close. It's 44% with 9 picks, but it does seem to be highly prioritized for a hero that's like not that great, because most of the other carries on this list have higher win rates and also higher pick rates. So like the DK has 18 picks. He's actually the second most pick carry. Number 1 most pick core, I suppose, is Ember Spirit. Second most pick is Dragon Knight right now with a 61% win rate and 18 nuts. Picks. Yeah, that's crazy. I've actually never seen DK have such a high win rate before.
I think it just fits that style of play. If you're playing a DK, you're not going to be running around trying to find flashy kills around the map, and that's what loses you games nowadays.
Especially for the players in this region.
Right. So the Ricky Grimstroke combo, pretty cool. Inkswell on Ricky, but also sort of memey. The other thing about this that I'm just like, I feel like I'm a clairvoyant here. I can like see the future, and Ricky's gonna get like 6 kills with the Fusel Blade, and then he's gonna start buying a Battle Fury, and they're gonna lose like 12 minutes after that. You know, like
I would agree with you if it wasn't Fnatic.
But that's 23 Savage. That's what he does.
It is, and if it was 23 Savage from 6 months ago, I would have agreed with you in a heartbeat.
Okay,
but I think it will depend on what the last core is. So the time that we saw the Ricky build the Battle Fury was because he was lined up against, I think it was a Naga Siren,
right?
I believe. And so he felt pressured to kind of match that late game potential. But he didn't need to. It was just that his mid laner also did not farm very fast.
Right.
And I don't know. I feel like Fnatic will recognize what Ricky's strengths are and let Ricky be Ricky rather than trying to be turning him into like a farming carry, because why else pick the hero? You want him for assassination purposes. And then let Moon play something that can kind of go to the late game. Ember Spirit's banned out. I would be okay with a Storm Spirit. I I feel like I go to that suggestion quite often whenever I don't see very much
For Fnatic, you're
disable,
saying?
but for Fnatic, yeah,
Okay.
for Moon.
Yeah.
Just something that should be able to. I mean, they have like no stuns. They have literally just like Snowball and Supernova right now.
Banning out the Slardar on Fnatic. Obviously pretty annoying to deal with as Riki. They already have some pretty good minus armor with PA, and, you know, being able to stack that up feels like it'd be really nice as well.
That's actually kind of weird that they would ban out the Slaughter, because that would mean that Boom would have to turn Pango into like the mid laner.
Which
Because
I think it can do.
5 seconds.
but they would be turning him into the mid laner blind because Fnatic get 22nd pick. So
Yeah.
they could, but whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, what other hero are you concerned about, I guess?
Right. Yeah, well, maybe we'll find out here in a second. I like the idea of a storm ban from Boom, but it's also going to depend on what matchup they play mid. You know, maybe they take something else that super heavy counters it. I'd be down for them to take a puck, and then you don't have to ban the storm. But if you're banning Quap, you're not picking puck. So
yeah, I don't really know what they could go for. Their lineup is very strange. I think at most you get something that enables the Phantom Assassin, that like a DK, something that would draw focus away from her, so that because this team isn't very tanky either. I know Tusk and Pango can kind of be tanky, but not in the traditional sense that they're standing still and taking a bunch of abuse. It's more that they can initiate and then they won't die when they initiate. That is not what I had in mind.
I mean, it fits the like minus armor with the PA thing. Yeah, it is a little bit.
All of these heroes are gonna get like totally crushed in like a fight that lasts longer than 5 seconds, because if Dazzle gets some bad juju off and Riki just waits his turn to roll into the fight, then so maybe don't go for a Storm Spirit now, because like if you have a mid lane Shadow Fiend and you see how squishy Boom is, you don't even really need to go for an assassinating mid. You just need to go for a mid who can go with long fights, I think.
Yeah, I think I'd be down for that. I think
Moon been up to. I have 28 seconds to think of something. Fnatic.
He also needs to be careful about getting bursted, though, because there is like BKB Piercing Disable with Tusk. You've got PA that can jump on you.
Death Prophet.
Death Prophet's banned.
Oh, damn.
Just go DK. Oh, you can't go DK really against Shadow Fiend. Maybe you can.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think you could maybe do it. It would be tough. They could also just put Dazzle mid and take a different offlaner. Okay.
Oh, okay. I'm okay with that. It's not like tanking in the traditional sense, but it's not going to get bursted by Phantom Assassin. And as long as you have enough range to stay out of Shadow Fiend's raises, then you're also going to be able to survive for a very, very long time. So, still a hero that can kind of extend fights. We already saw the potential in the very last game that we casted with the medics. And so with Dazzle and Pugna on the same team, being able to keep like a Riki alive, I have a lot to be afraid of if I'm Boom right now, I think.
I would agree with that. I think that the Pugna is not as much of a medic in this one because, you know, it's Moon playing it instead of a Boomy 4 that did it for Adroit. But it still has a lot of the same type of things where if you need to, you can save them at that instance. But then you have to sort of depend upon your other heroes to make a lot of damage happen. This is going to be an interesting one. Fnatic facing off against Boom. Let's see real quickly if I can repopulate the odds and see what they're saying about it. Map 1 winner. What do we got? A little bit more favored towards Boom after that. It's really close to similar, but a little bit. Is that right? Did I do it right? Oh, wait, no. It switched back a lot. So, yeah, it's a lot more favored towards Boom now.
A lot more favored towards Boom?
Wait, maybe not. Maybe it's less than like less than 0.1. So maybe a lot is a generous term. All right, let's go to the game. I don't know how to read odds. I'm not very good at betting. So that's on me. Sorry, guys. But regardless, it's going to be Boom Esports facing off against Fnatic. Best of 3. It all starts right now. Let's see how they do.
I think also what happens is that whenever like the pre-draft odds show up, then a lot of people are like, oh, well, I mean, the odds are so stacked. Maybe I should just bet on Boom anyway, because I would get like such a good whatever payout if they do win. And so I think that's what kind of shifts the draft odds. It's not necessarily that people like the draft. It's more that people are like, yo, what if I win?
Right. Yeah, it's true. expected or potential value
Right.
as opposed to expected value. Well, we'll see how it goes. Makoto gonna face off against Moon. This is, an interesting matchup, right? Like earlier in this tournament, I had proclaimed that Moon I thought was the best mid laner in Southeast Asia, and I got a lot of messages from people that were like,
Really?
Makoto, best mid laner in all of C. Makoto.
Makoto was the one that you got the most
That's right.
contenders for.
I definitely
Really?
did. And I'll agree, Makoto's a beast. He's a monster. I want to see how he does in this matchup, but me saying it beforehand puts the onus all on me that I could get wrecked completely right here.
Like
They're
Jabs is?
gonna go down. FBZ finding the first kill. 23 Savage trying to run away. Does have the blink strike down to the low ground, but they still got eyes on this man. Do they have another swashbuckle 6 seconds away? But there's nobody for 23 Savage to run to, so they might actually just be able to run him down here. They've got tag team back up again. 23 Savage could be in some trouble. They move in, couple more punches. Is the Savage man going down? He is.
Wow.
All right, great start for Boom.
And still, oh no, yeah, three for one bounty runes also go the way of Dire, so pretty sweet initial engagement for Boom. Now let's see how these lanes shake out. FBZ and Tusk most likely going to stay bot. Kezcute may just block a small camp at the first minute. I don't really anticipate him leaving this Phantom Assassin alone for long.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, unlikely to see that one, I would imagine. But you never know. Things could happen. Interesting. Moon actually going to be taking at level 1 the Nether Ward because he knows that the SF is going to be taking raises. That's kind of cool.
Clever.
Yeah. It did get taken out there though, which is a very frustrating situation. But regardless, 3 heroes down bottom and trying to get a little bit aggro onto FBZ here as the rest of Boom head over, trying to find Jabs. He's going to TP out, nothing to break it. And they will be able to escape. 23 Savage going to get kind of pummeled here a little bit and going to be forced back. See Pop's tricks of the trade, and all of a sudden back up top, got Kezcute, as you said, to come and help against Ice.
I think this is like the third time I've seen Boom kind of go for this. Even though they don't necessarily have a kill lane, they seem to be okay dedicating 3 heroes to the off lane at the beginning and then letting their safe lane carry like get power leveled to level 2, I suppose. That seems to be the intention to me because they're okay splitting experience 3 ways between these 3 less important heroes, but they'll give the safe lane carry a quick level 2 instead.
Yeah, I like that. I think that even just the idea of trying to mix up the lanes to prioritize those certain heroes through those first couple of levels is always a really I don't know. I guess it gives you a more dynamic approach to the game where you can be like, all right, this is traditionally a bad matchup, but if you're able to get to that level 2, all of a sudden this matchup that would be bad is like way better than it would have been otherwise.
Mm-hmm.
We do have a little bit of a fissure that was blocking off Makoto here.
Yeah, and this Nether Ward placement is so peculiar. Like it's 1600 range, 1600 range, and like he's sticking it right in front of the Shadow Fiend.
Yeah,
like the mid lane's very short these days. You don't need to put it that close.
I'm almost wondering if it's like sort of Moon trying to tempt him into hitting it, like because he did deny it earlier, but then when he did that, he missed a CS as it was happening. So that was a little bit of a strange one. But yeah, 1600 range is insane.
Yeah, and the degen, like it'll burst people from that range with the damage, and the degen on the mana is also that range. So yeah, a little bit peculiar. Maybe it was a bait, and that's why the fissure is here, because maybe Makoto was like, oh man, I can totally kill this Nether Ward, and then enter fissure. It doesn't look like it's going to be able to do very much, and that is definitely very unfortunate timing because it looks like this is like a very fresh fissure. Oh, never mind. It's been there for 5 seconds, according to the fissure cooldown. Well, never mind then.
Yeah, I think it was just there to get some extra harassment or to have you off. Like Moon doesn't even have decrep or Nether Blast skill that like Nether decrep. So yeah, we'll see. So 0-2 start as they're having some team speak issues. See if they can resolve those ones shortly. But yeah, it looks like it's going to be a matchup of trying to like force him into using the raises while simultaneously taking the nether ward. I wonder if like Moon might even opt to, like, if you want to be really annoying about it, he could just like go a 0-4-4 build or something crazy like that. So like he forces look at that. So he forces it out. That
he can't right click the creeps. He has to raise them down, and he has to tank the nether ward attack.
Like, I wonder if that's a strat. I don't know.
It's only at this early levels. I mean, decrepping the enemy hero is always going to be a strat, but once Shadow Fiend has like Wraith bands, then he's just going to wait out the decrep. You'll miss like 1 or 2 creeps, but I will say that it'll definitely slow down Shadow Fiend, because Shadow Fiend in the later levels, like post level 5 or 6, he usually just wants to have to come back to the lane, raise it down, and then go back to the jungle.
Fissure again, gonna land there on the Makoto. Takes a tower shot as he heads by, and Phoenix is also over here. Very strange start to this matchup, as they're kind of just trying to dodge away from a couple of these spirits that come out. It does leave a 1v1 again up top, and so far at least, Ice has been able to remain pretty even with Dreamocell. Not sure if that's going to continue or not, though.
I'm pretty sure he'll start surpassing Dreamocell fairly soon. Yeah. This is not an easy lane for Phantom Assassin to go up against. She doesn't even have a stick. She just got her courier delivered, and it's just a Wraith band. And so her only regen is the Tangos. She doesn't even have a Fairy Fire or anything. So if Ice feels like it, you can just walk up to her and start poison touching her, as now DJ gonna snipe out the PA's courier as well.
Damn, that's really annoying.
Yeah.
Kezcute comes over, drops down a sentry thinking that there was a ward there. No such luck, and DJ just going to get his fancy little boots and move on out of there, scooting away. Yeah, Ice throws out the poison touch, forcing out the dive from Kezcute, and he comes back to lane to try and see if he can continue to harass Dreamocell a little bit. Another round of decrep punches. Ooh. Takedown jabs. Okay. So the one lane that's going pretty well right now for Boom definitely is down bottom.
Yeah. Tag team plus Swashbuckle is just an insane amount of damage. No one can really deal with that. Otherwise, I would have suggested that maybe the Tusk go. Like, if that wasn't such a good lane combination, I would have been surprised that they just didn't send the Tusk up top with Phantom Assassin, because that would be arguably a better lane for her, because Phoenix does not do very much. His presence is kind of useful just because of the fire spirits, but Phoenix cannot harass the Dazzle. Phoenix has 1 armor, and Dazzle's poison touch will just eat him alive. So it's not a very aggressive lane, and sending the Tusk up here would have been more aggressive, but just pairing it with Swashbuckle is too good to pass up.
Yeah. We'll have to keep an eye on these stacks here. There's 2 over to the side with a ward nearby, so they can see on Boom if anybody comes to contest them. And then meanwhile, Radiant stacking up this medium camp a couple times as well. So a couple things to watch for there. And 0-3 so far in terms of the kill score at the very least. 23 Savage again. Gonna get kind of hit here. He gets a good stroke of fade off. Thinking about chasing FBZ, tricks the trade, 1 more punch.
Nice.
Manages to find that kill as Hyde just has to back up again.
They didn't even use Inkswell. That's surprising by jabs, but they get the kill regardless. And he's right now sitting on Ricky's Wraith Band recipe. Oh, okay, never mind. He doesn't have any of the ingredients. But it's rune fight time.
Oh, stun comes out right as they're going for it. Misses the stroke of fate, though, as Hyde is able to sidestep that one and go pick up the other bounty rune, not get taken down dead.
Got it.
All right. Very
this
cool.
Is endearing to me, because it is. I find Stroke of Fate surprisingly difficult to land, because the thing is, whenever you do it right in front of you, it comes out at an angle. And so like, the animation is accurate as now mid.
Yeah, Snowball comes in trying to save Makoto's life, and they will be able to. But again, harassed back Makoto, not having an amazing time, and you keep on seeing, like, it's so annoying for him to have to deal with. Does have that illusion rune though, which is going to allow him to get top back off again, and well, he's getting an okay time right now, heading back to the jungle afterwards. But like the 13 denies are definitely a little bit annoying. Definitely not the end of the world though either.
And surprisingly, Dazzle has abandoned his lane. It may be just that he's got level 6 and he's ready to bad juju it up in the jungle, but this does free up space for Phantom Assassin, and usually, whenever Dazzle or Ice 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 leaves the lane, then DJ takes it over immediately. Which DJ is not that far behind. He's managed to complete Tranquil Boots despite failing both of his ganks mid, so he's still doing fine, but okay, now he's going up top. Although that may be kind of bad timing, because it looks like Tusk wants to kill somebody.
They do have a ward in here, though, so they spotted this rotation coming over. DJ still going to get tag team Fissure and the jump in. They take him down. So that was scouted out by this ward, but he was just a little bit too late to react to it, it looked like. So unfortunate timing there. Does allow Ice 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 to take back over the lane afterwards. They also get the D ward up here. Damn.
Yeah, him backing up made it pretty obvious that he must have had vision. It wasn't soon enough, so Ice 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 takes the lane back over. Curious where... Okay, so DJ is going to go mid now. They really, like, it's a shame that they haven't killed the Shadow Fiend. They even scan out... Oh, never mind, that's Dire's scan. Yeah, but, I mean, props to Makoto. Maybe he is this good of a laner as your Twitter replies were implying him to be, because not dying in this lane is pretty good. Pugna's, like, very bursty, and Makoto manages to hit level 7 before the Pugna, despite a Shaker being, like, hanging around the entire time, and now Dazzle's in trouble.
Oh, Ice Ice Ice. He skills up Point and Grave, though. Had that one saved as the chase down comes. Hyde trying to get away from there, and DJ going to be involved in this kill, it looks like, which is definitely good for him, because he is only level 2. Which is kind of crazy. He has not had a great game experience-wise at all.
Well, how did he have the money for these Tranquil Boots, though? He did walk out of the base with boots, but still, like, man.
Yeah.
Level 2 Tranquil Boots is not something you see very often.
Dude, he's just hoping he can get level 6. He's going to go echo those stacks. Misses that stack, though. But you saw there that Moon did check out these stacks in the jungle, found a couple of them. As up here top, Ice 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 is going to be forced to Grave TP out. So at the very least, Fnatic are going to know that those stacks are there, and they're watching for Makoto to pass that direction.
You have to be concerned about the Dream Cell's Phantom Assassin taking them also, because Kezcute is also stacking up. Oh, well, Kezcute's been doing like all the stacking, but it's not just the Shadow Fiend that you need to keep an eye on.
Right. Silence. Thinking about going, but too dangerous to jump FBZ there. The wraparound coming instead from Hyde,
heroes here,
as well as Makoto. They run into DJ, and well, that is going to be him going down dead. But can they get out with the rest of them? 23 Savage running in right now.
Yeah.
Does have the jump away if he wants to over to Jabs, but that's not going to be enough to save him, I don't think. Stun coming out, trying to take down Kezcute. And that was just bizarre.
Yeah, I don't know why he would walk into that. There was no one low HP. There are no stacks that he needs to contest. Is Jab's gonna... Okay, Jab's actually managed to kill the courier. And will he live?
No, there's no way. That would have been awesome, though.
Damn. Yeah, I don't know why 23 Savage would do that. And they knew that this SF had a DD rune. And Moon wasn't, like, anywhere near ready to TP. Like, if Moon was TPing, then maybe it's like a bait, and the Riki goes in, and... I don't know, like this. This I'm okay with.
Yeah, they're moving out to try and fight this a little bit more, it looks like, as they bring in Moon, but with 4 heroes still nearby and FBZ having level 6, I find it hard to imagine they're going to be able to get any type of meaningful kill here. Well, Moon going to try and take the outpost. They want to battle for this one right now. 23 Savage onto Makoto, turning onto both of them, able to find 1, possibly 2 kills here. Makoto also likely to go down. 1 more punch, gets the kill. So they do not find an outpost, but they do get a couple of cores.
Yeah. Wow. Wait. So I saw the Phantom Assassin beginning to channel. Wait. So. Oh, so both outposts went the way of Dire. Okay. Yeah. I see.
Exactly.
Still, I think you take that trade. If you manage to kill off the Shadow Fiend, then that makes it worthwhile. All the other kills, like the Phoenix, the Pango, not necessarily worth it, but shutting down the Shadow Fiend, that's fantastic, because now he kind of feels obligated to take all these stacks, which, again, I'm sure he would have as another courier gets sniped. But if you are able to leave it for the Phantom Assassin, that's even better.
This is really interesting. Like, they're bringing 23 Savage up here, showing that he's in this area. Kezcute's hanging around, but they're also pushing bottom and take that whole tower. So they're not really, like, threatening that they kill off those stacks, as Hyde is going to throw out a shards and they back away. But it's getting close to that. And I can't believe that they're actually going to just go let Makoto take these. Somebody has to be showing up to this, right? I guess not.
Yeah, it's too fast.
Damn. Well, that is a hell of a lot of gold for Mr. Makoto. And he is going to be up ahead of everybody after this one. I mean, they knew this was happening. I'm surprised they didn't even want to at least like stick around to try and soak XP or something.
Yeah, props to Boom, I guess. They created enough pressure elsewhere on the map that this Dazzle would have been the best candidate to show up and start contesting that stack, but he's having to protect bottom.
Yeah.
Now 4 Dire heroes show up here again, and they scan out the Dazzle.
Nice, nice, nice. He is all alone, and, well, you know, I don't think he's going to be living that long here. They just pop everything. Ice is going to try and TP out, forces them to use the Pango ulti as the stun comes through, and he hits the dirt.
Oh.
What?
So close to... He Icarus dived to get the courier, but...
Got it.
Nice microed it away. And not even the Fnatic are not even able to get that much out of the rest of the map. There are 4 heroes down here. But, I mean, they're just slowly nether blasting down mid, but Mikoto's here, now Hyde has shown up, and they could theoretically turn on the Pugna. Even though the nether ward is there, it's only a level 1 nether ward, and Mikoto's tanky enough to go through that. Actually has opted for a drum first item. Wow. Huh. That's
Drums
not something
BKB.
I typically see on a Shadowfiend.
Yeah, it's been a while, hasn't it? I mean, I guess that you look at this lineup and you need to be able to survive the burst, and that item does it, along with being a bit of a team fighting thing. As FDZ going to be forced all the way back, they do throw out that nether ward. Good amount of damage. Moon just gets completely eviscerated and is going to lose the nether ward after. I mean, that was just, I don't even know. Fnatic kind of crazy right now.
Yeah, this is not what we're used to seeing from them. Definitely mistakes coming out from all of their cores. And now 23 Savage is dueling up against Makoto, and he's gonna have to run away. Yeah, I'm down with the drum. He's a very, very tanky Shadow Fiend right now, 1600 HP,
Yeah.
and he did need one source of dispel against this upcoming Decrepify, which would be very, very irritating for him. And so the Yule's build obviously is good, but kind of clowny and kind of unreliable, especially whenever there's instant disables from an Earthshaker, and now he's trying to drain the Shadow Fiend, but yeah, he's so tanky.
Yeah, it's not going to happen that way. They need to get more farm on 23 Savage, and he is getting towards the Diffusal Blade. Looks like he's queuing up afterwards an MKB, which I'm actually like way more down for than a Battle Fury. That sounds pretty cool, actually. I think people are realizing that that's not the item on Ricky.
I mean, how big is our sample size, though?
I've seen a lot of them, and they almost always lose. Oh, jabs. Stun. Secondary stun coming in afterwards. No, snowball back away. Ice. Does have Grave still. He needs to use it here. Soulbind onto 2. Do they have any follow-up? It doesn't look like they want to go for
Supernova. Wow.
And question marks, I'm sure. Ice. Oh man, you had Grave. You had heal.
Yeah, but Jab was like standing right here. Well, he wasn't even like walled in. He could have just walked into the camp and he would have been fine.
That's fair.
Bro, what is the ping right now on Fnatic?
I don't know.
Let's see. No, they all have reasonable pings. It's just questionable maneuvers from all of their players.
That happens to the best of us, for sure. Makoto here in the meantime taking down another stacked ancient camp. And after using the raises, just pummels them down. The illusions are going to be tanking through it the whole time. Now also has an Imp Claw if he wants to give that over to the PA. Or even just keep it himself. Looks like he's going to send it back to the stash. So yeah, I think this Van Brace is also super hype. As jump in, top lane, they find Hyde, going to kill him off.
Necrobook's on cooldown, so I don't think they can... Oh, wait. He's sending it to cut off the creep wave. Well, I guess they can push this then, yeah. They've got a siege creep, and DJ is still standing armed and ready. And with 4 points in Nether Blast, you could probably, yeah, take this tier 2 uncontested.
Jab's going to try and keep a hold of the mid tower while all this pressure is coming on. You can see that Boom don't really want to defend the top tier 2 right now. Maybe FBZ could move on in and do it, actually. He does find the clumsy net onto the Earthshaker. Fissure stun, and backing away. Speaking of which, DJ already has a Blink Dagger. You got to be so careful right now. Boom. Jump in, Echo, the snowball reactions. Oh, pretty as all heck. FBZ trying to escape. They don't have the damage for him. He's actually going back in like a crazy person, and looks like he might be able to do it.
Oh no, you can't do that against the Ricky.
As they turn it back around, now the Soul Bind comes out, stun onto 3. Oh, it's so pretty. Are they going to be able to kill off Makoto? He's trying to run away. 23 Savage ends his life, and Jabs is going to live through the end. Boom, y'all messed up. Ooh.
Every Pango player has had that feeling, and they're like, wait, they have no ranged heroes. I'm untouchable right now.
Yeah.
But Ricky Tricks of the Trade works. These other sources of instant attack also work. Like you'll get hit by flak cannons. You'll get hit by Medusa split shots. You have to be aware of all the sources of physical damage, even whenever you go under Rolling Thunder. So quite the mistake by FVZ, but an amusing mistake, definitely.
Unfortunate. Yeah, that was a big win. That's 4,000 gold lead now for Fnatic. Again, I still think that Boom have a very strong timing if they can get into those items later on, but this push that's starting to develop from Fnatic just feels really hard to stop. And that was with the missed Echo Slam. Silence there down, Fissure gonna connect afterwards, Tricks the Trade, round 2, FBZ trying to escape. Decrypt's the wrong target there. And it looks like FBZ might actually be able to escape, but this fight has become so chaotic. Dreamcell left completely alone. Okay. Another round of Tricks of the Trade coming in. FBZ very low. 23 Savage on a mega kill streak. Another Rolling Thunder that just does nothing. I don't know, man.
Yeah, he keeps trying to hit Ricky with this. That's not going to happen. This time it wasn't Tricks of the Trade. This time it was just a Blink Strike away to the Phoenix and then into the quick Diffusal Blade. And they keep taking these fights, and only just now did Supernova come off cooldown. And so that's 2 team fights back to back as a result of a 110-second cooldown. So need to slow it down a bit, because yeah, it's great they're making space for Dreamcell, who's not showing up to any of the stuff, which he shouldn't be. But if you're giving Ricky a bunch of gold, then that means that he's going to get his MKB that much sooner and make Phantom Assassin that much more useless earlier on. So, I mean, she's going to even need her full BKB, because even if Ricky wasn't a factor, then she's just going to get decrepified by the Pugna.
Oh, no. Oh god, Makoto back out of there. I thought DJ was going to run in and echo that one. I guess they're just going to finish Roche, which is definitely the nicer play, but jeez. Game is hard now. Game is real hard. As you said, the Supernova is available if like they need to defend a fight. You're starting to get towards bigger items on Dreamcell, but they need more. They need these BKBs. That one is going to be done on SF now. Just gain level 15, and then on the other side, PA needs to finish hers and is only just going to have one component of it. Reveals on the creep wave. She needs to get out. This is super scary. The rest of them are coming in. Savage looking for the fun. Jump in. Finds them. Fissure not going to be there in time.
Good idea. But Dire knew that Radiant were coming through the smoke because they planted a observer ward on that cliff. Wow. Immediate 4-man TP to this outpost to catch the Shadow Fiend. Yo.
Gotta run, gotta hide.
He canceled his life train. He had a Force Staff and a haste rune.
Whoa!
I don't know what Moon was doing there. They could have gotten that kill. He had a haste rune. He could have just walked in front of the Shadow Fiend.
Yeah. But don't go for it. Instead, they find over the side there the Tusk. That is a life drain that is continuing, and hide. Gonna try and punch it, try and get away. One more round. Nether Blast, not gonna be there. Quick, snowball in. Jabs is already dead. Okay, this is a good fight for Boom if they can find this. 23 Savage, another round of Tricks of the Trade. Trying to run some of these heroes down. Has to be careful. Decrep there again, onto SF BKB. And now he's just gonna turn around and kill off the Necro Book.
That's a BKB usage for Grimstroke, effectively. Nothing else was really spent on both sides. And they still have plenty of time left on this Aegis, so they can keep going for these hit-and-run tactics. I imagine that they're probably just going to slow push bot tier 2. Unless if they want to threaten high ground.
They don't have BKB on Shadow Fiend, and Echo's available.
Yeah, Grimstroke's walking back to the game now. And, oh, it's an Arcane Rune on Moon. So, yeah, this is a great time to push high ground. Freaking 3.5 second cooldown Nether Ward. Let's go.
Makoto stunned. They pop the glyph. Meanwhile, Supernova up on the high ground, and Fnatic just going to back out. With Greaves on ice, they do not need to fight this. They can go in a second time afterwards if they want once the Supernova's down. 23 Savage going to be rooted for the moment. Dagger goes out, but Moon there to heal him up afterwards.
Dude, they still have so much time left on this Arcane Rune.
Yeah, and like you said, 2 minutes left on the Aegis as well. Like, he is so comfortable doing this and jumping in if he wants to, finding the Phoenix, almost getting the kill. Blink Strike completes it. Snowball from the low ground, but this man has an Aegis and a Dazzle and a Pugnoid behind him.
Soulbind.
Yeah, holding spot for the moment. 23 Savage, another round of tricks to the trade.
My
Got
friend.
him caught. There's BKB round 2, but Makoto, does he have enough damage? He's got to be careful right now. They're going to take down this Ricky in a moment, or are they? No, he's just going to get life drained. And Fnatic, they can just stay here. They really don't seem to care.
Pugna is quickly creeping up my list of heroes that are really, really good right now. We already saw the potential as a 4 position, and now the power as a mid, which is what we more traditionally see. And the defensive heal is freaking 7 second cooldown, no Aghanim Scepter. 23 Savage can just play like
he doesn't care.
Devil May Care attitude.
Yeah, it's and the Tranquil Boots, like, it's taken off right now, but he can just do this and then back away afterwards, and everything's fine. MKB now done on the Ricky. About to get that level 15 talent for the extra damage. As these creeps are going to die, he will get it, I believe.
All right, now they have like 50 seconds left on the Aegis, so I imagine like one more round of medic duty.
Yeah. Thinking about it, might
Or
even
just
give
maybe-
up his life here.
Yeah, I
Chases
think you
in?
just let him die.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, as you said, that Aegis about to expire. Going for it. Fear comes out. Nice combo.
Dazzle
They
got
have it,
feared.
they do.
Oh no, Ice got too close. He wasn't able to turn around and get the grave off.
That was unfortunate. So they will be punished finally. They went in a bit too far. And now they're deciding they kind of want to fight. DJ's over here to the side. Oh, he's looking for the perfect echo. Oh god, they can't group up together. You guys gotta be careful. DJ coming in from the back. Ice baiting. Are they gonna go for it? DJ's thinking about it. It's too much.
Oh, he's
just gonna TP away.
Yeah, he wasn't gonna kill anyone. It would have been a really cool Echo Slam, and if that was like his if his Ricky was alive, then it would have been worth it. But otherwise, it would have been a failed endeavor.
Well, good defense there by Boom, as they were able to punish Ricky, finally going a bit too far, and showing the strength of the Shadow Fiend when you have somebody coming back on the Aegis. Without BKBs available, it's hard to deal with.
Yeah,
The fear is
sure.
thick.
And his own BKB being available, like we've seen like one Echo Slam so far this entire game, and DJ's had the Blink Dagger for a very, very long time, so not something that we typically see DJ's like being so conservative on the trigger finger, but he just hasn't been given good openings.
Well, it is 24 minutes into this game now, and Boom, after having held, they are in a, I think, much better position, to be honest, than they were like a couple of minutes ago, even when they're pushing the high ground. Because now you have double BKBs, you've hypothetically got an answer to this pressure and a way to fight it.
And they only lost one set of racks, so and mid is like the quote best lane to lose because it's the easiest to defend from both side lanes. So not really that big of a setback. They are quickly accelerating Dreamcell, so his BKB is going to be 10 seconds. Shadow Fiend's BKB is down to 7 seconds, which is a bit of a shame, but now that PA has completed hers, I think that they can trade off the importance of spell immunity.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, it's still not a great position to be in if you're Boom. As we see the fissure opening there, but at the very least, there's some ways to try and fight it. As Dreamcell jumps in, can't get the kill onto Moon, and now they're leashed together over here to the side. Can they jump? Can they do anything? Jabs controlled, going to go down. So they managed to kill off that Grimstroke, but it did cost them a lot, and now Hyde just left completely alone, fissured off from the rest of the team. That is not where you want to be, mister.
And PA BKB is down now, and so she has to be very, very careful about the fight, because I think at this point, the only person the DJ cares about slamming is the Phantom Assassin.
Yeah. Well, they bring back in Jabs, who did buy back to this fight. Slowing him down, buyback coming from the Tusk, the slow and steady burn down.
Oh, the siege creep.
It's good, it's doing damage, and well, they forced out the glyph as well. They're just trying everything they can to hold on to
the siege creep.
Doing what they can. Jump in, Pango ulti, okay. Gonna be able to take down DJ at the start of this fight. This is great for them. Makoto pops the ultimate, gonna get the fear onto 2. Trying to bring down Ricky. Can they kill off Savage? He's still Grave. Has a jump away, but the Walrus Punch comes down. Will die. Fnatic again have gone too far, and look at that, ladies and gents. The melee barracks survives.
Oh, yo, so close. They had to spend the glyph to save it, but I think that's worthwhile, as yet again, they stave off death. Only kill the Ricky as a core. The Pugna and the Dazzle do manage to get out on time, but poor DJ, he is never going to get an Echo Slam off this game.
No.
And unfortunately for Boom, it's not at a time where Roche is up, as FBZ checks it. If it was an earlier spawn, then it would have been a fantastic time to win a fight. They haven't even taken this mid-tier 1, as we see Ice defending it.
Yeah, I mean, it is, like, I think that's unlikely to happen again the same way. FBZ's Blink Dagger reveal was way better than DJ's. But it's definitely a possibility, as, you know, you're going to need to play that much further back now as DJ, and you were already having trouble trying to find the right angle on the Echo Slams. So that was a big old swing again. You take a look at the net worth. Experience is suddenly 10,000 XP lead for Boom. How is that a thing? That's crazy.
Yeah. Were there a lot of streaks or something?
I guess.
I don't think there were that many. I don't know. Yeah, that's a huge experience advantage for a team that doesn't even have like Midases or anything like that.
Dude, Dota's so weird again. Ugh. It's crazy. XP or gold lead rather, it's still a little bit heavily favored into Fnatic, and Fnatic still have a pretty high win probability, but it's sinking back the other way. You can't afford to lose another fight like that if you're Fnatic.
No, and I don't think you can afford to lose Roche either, because if Phantom Assassin gets 2 lives, then that means that she won't have to spend BKB on her first one.
Oh, you can't get caught right here. Fissure.
Oh my god, what a
shards.
sick read on the shards.
Dude, that was so good. Boom. Now they need to be able to convert, though. They had to be able to find a kill right there. I mean, there's still going to be a couple more openings, but those moments, when they happen, you have to be able to connect, and it's, I guess, kind of a problem with their draft. They don't really have that reach.
As long as they don't lose Roche, or hopefully this melee racks, but I think it's too difficult to push the melee racks off. Moon, he's got Dagon level 2, he's got the Necrobooks backing him. They can try to stop this.
Jabs.
Oh wow, actually Dream still gets the kill on Jabs.
Oh, Ricky shows up, a Ghost Scepter keeping alive the Phoenix. This is the thing. Boom now have answers. They have a way to kill somebody with the PA, and they have defensive items on some of these supports.
Dude, this PA is like all alone here.
Yeah.
There's no one else on her team is here. She's hiding in this little nook, which I think that, yeah, that observer ward can't see her. But they see her kind of like walking around whenever she switched positions. Radiant scan, but she's out of the range.
They see her. DJ's right here. DJ's like, come on, guys, let's go. They're all together. Staying on top of that ward. Do they break? They need to look for that opening. Jump in. Oh, they got it. Dreamo still gets the BKB off. Another round of leash. She needs to back out. She's going to do some good damage. The Supernova up on the high ground. 23 Savage blocked in by the Fissure, actually. Has to back away. He was invis, though, so they aren't quite able to find him. Hide. Snowballed up to the high ground, and now is just going to get pummeled down.
Oh, no.
But over to the side. Still trying to buy a little bit more space for himself as 23 Savage, and Makoto with the DD rune ready to fight. But haste is there as well. DJ Yule Scepter lifts up the FBZ Pango, and they're still thinking about chasing this. Makoto walks in. One punch. Requiem of Souls. Pump fakes it. Backs out.
He has a DD rune. I think he was hoping to really get a fight off, but now it's going to time out, and now Fnatic transition into the pit, and with PA's BKB being down, they have 15 seconds. So Shadowfiend needs to create a massive distraction for 10 seconds with his BKB.
They got to make it happen. Yeah, like you said, you just need 7 more seconds. This fight can go south so quickly if they're able to get the Pango ulti off. And Fnatic might not have known. They might have been able to finish off Roche in time, but they want to play it safe. Again, like you said, you can't afford to lose a fight right now if you're Fnatic.
Yeah.
Jabs. Jabs.
He
Jabs.
bought back.
Okay, he gets the Soulbind off. This ends up working out kind of for them. Meanwhile, Graved. They back away with jabs.
Ooh.
It looks like they're fine. It wasn't actually a Soulbind. It was just the Phantom's Embrace. So they still have
and
Soulbind back up in 8 seconds.
Down.
Makoto holding on to that BKB for
Oh
so
no,
long.
and Roll's gonna be down.
Oh,
and Roll's gonna be
FBZ,
dead.
They also lost the gem. Oh my god, I can't believe that just happened. Oh, that makes me sick to my stomach. Oh, that
Man.
hurts.
That's rough. So much discipline was being shown by Boom, but they got a little bit panicky there at the end. Jabs, I guess, with the tactical mispositioning, because him showing up so far out of position, like, yeah, obviously as Boom, they should totally heavily commit on that, but instant Grave comes out, a Decrep on top of that to make sure that this Grimstroke will not take any damage whatsoever. And then Pango's like, should we fight? And then PA is like, sure, I'll BKB. Let's try to get a fight. But all Fnatic back out instantly. And at that point, once the PA BKB is down, then you have no chance. And also 23 Savage completes his BKB, which he's had for 2 fights. So
Yeah.
again, FBZ kind of going into these situations where he's assuming that he won't take any physical damage, but there is physical damage to kill him.
Yeah, and you could understand, like, as soon as he went in there, he knew that he wasn't going to end up being a fight. I think that it was also, like, that moment of wanting to save your core that comes about, where you're just like, I need to get in there and help him out. And I don't think that up until that fight, 23 Savage had BKB. So, like, you know, a second ago, it would have been the right move, but him getting that BKB delivered and it becomes the wrong move.
His 23 Savage BKB is on 8 seconds, though, so I think he must have had it for, like, one of the initial Roche engagements.
Okay.
Because I too was just like, oh, well, I mean, that's the only reason why Pango would go in, is if he didn't know that the Ricky could just right-click him, but it's a 8-second BKB, so FBZ, I don't know, maybe a little bit short-sighted there.
Well, we will see. It is still hovering around that same point where, you know, I think Fnatic, if they had lost that Roche, this game looks really, really bad for them. The fact that they didn't, I still think that they've kind of got to keep the pressure on, because PA is becoming scarier and scarier as this game goes on.
Yeah, she's got the Basher completed now, has a Titan Sliver as well, so even if Jabs ever finally does get his slam off, which I'm curious what the reasoning for the Yules is, because I feel like with how far back he has to stay in these team fights, I thought something like a Shadow Blade or a Force Staff would have been a little bit more useful for him. But he instead goes for the Yules. Yeah, I don't really know why, because it's not like he needs to dispel anything. There's no one who, like, initiates that he could Yules up, like an Axe or something, because the Pango is initiating with Rolling Thunder, you can't Yules him, and BKBs are up on the Shadow Fiend and the Phantom Assassin, so you can't Yules them, so I don't know, maybe for the Phoenix, if an Icarus dive comes in, it's kind of strange.
Yeah. I mean, that's one thing we saw there earlier. I thought that he was going to use it to, like, dispel the DD and the haste, which obviously you don't know was going to happen, but it could be something good. A little bit of a defensive item. 23 Savage runs into Dreamo Cell. They spot him out right at the start. Holding on to that BKB for the moment. Good discipline. Again, leash there onto 2. Got to walk hand in hand together. 23 Savage still there with
This
the DD.
DD
It's a
rune.
lot of damage out. He managed to get his BKB off
he
before
has a
turns back
satanic.
around, barely able to live through it. 23 Savage is going to lose the Aegis. Okay. Now they got to make this happen perfectly. Timing this out. They
He's
blow
doing such a
him
good job
up.
as distracting.
Oh, sick stuff there. So he does go down, but it bought enough space for them to kill off that Ricky. That was what they need to do. Although they don't have BKB on Makoto, he has to be careful here. Really nicely done there by Boom.
Yeah, 23 Savage went in assuming that his Dazzle would have been hot on his heels, or the Pugna would have been hot on his heels, and they would be able to pour HP into him, but FBZ runs interference on the Pango, ends up giving his life for it, but that's absolutely worth it. As yet again, Jabs is just never... DJ is just never able to find an opening on this Earthshaker.
I don't know when the last time he cast Echo was. It was on that snowball miss.
I'm pretty sure that's the last time.
Yeah. Well, here we go. Right on time. Oh, come on. I guess they're
He
right
has-
behind him. Yeah,
He has a Satanic, so the status resistance, I think, makes it too unappealing.
The other thing there about the FBZ like going in, it also made it so there wasn't a target for Ricky to blink strike out to.
Yeah, also true.
You could tell he just didn't want to, go in. I'm kind of wondering if he ends up going Ags on Ricky as another item. Like that extra range that you get on Tricks of the Trade with the Aghanim Scepter is nuts. It's 1,000 cast range.
Yeah. But no one's going in first, like for him to, I don't know, hop into if that's.
Well, you can cast on the ground still in the 1,000 range.
Yeah, but people can still walk away from you, though. I feel like most of the appeal, the range is really nice, but most of the appeal is that like your tricks get to follow people around because you're going to be inside another hero.
Yeah.
But I don't know, like DJ is having such a hard time. They need this Earthshaker to be useful. I've never seen DJ be so like his only contribution has been fissures, and that's literally it.
A lot of the lineup here makes it tough for him too, though. It's like you've got Requiem that comes out, you've got the Supernova that breaks his Blink Dagger, and Tusk is there for the saves if he needs to. So it's like it kind of is that chicken and the egg problem, if you will. If I can make that pun with the Supernova in this game.
I get it.
But yeah, Makoto's having a really good game for himself. As you mentioned, having the Satanic already done, along with that Dragon Lance, he's just gone for like straight up right click. And actually has a Nullifier coming up next.
Wow. I guess for defensive Decreps it would be good. There's only one Force Staff on Moon, and then there's the Shaker Yules as well.
Yeah.
Aside from that, it doesn't feel like there's that much useful to dispel. He may just want to get a high damage item, but doesn't really want to go for a rapier, so that may also be part of it.
Yeah, it could be. Bottom lane, they're going to start pressuring this one out again. All of Fnatic is here. I will say boom push a lot faster, but I don't know if they're going to want to be giving up the last of their tier 3 towers for just one lane of Rax, possibly.
They have Glyph still.
Yeah.
So they can kind of stall this out for quite a while if they want to try to go for a flank attempt, as Dream Assault does pick up a haste drone. Wow, that's super value. Yeah, he may just run through the side shop or secret shop area.
He's looking for it.
But
thinking about going.
Waiting. He needs vision. He doesn't want to walk up the stairs if he doesn't know where his team is.
Ice there is pulling the creep waves from mid over to the other side.
Did he just use the courier to scout? I think Phoenix like sent his courier on a suicide mission to see where Fnatic were.
Ooh, Decrep used, and then the Dagon afterwards. Makoto gonna need to heal back up. They're keeping them all inside the base now. As almost at level 20 for Ricky, he takes the Blink Strike cast range, so can jump in from real far away now if he wants to. Fissure, not gonna connect there.
Nice try.
Cell. So just playing a little bit of cat and mouse back and forth here as they kill off those other waves. Top is still pushing in, but that should be pressured out again with the next creep wave spawning.
And Ricky completes his nullifier, which is just value just because of how Ricky works. The tricks of the trade, being able to constantly proc the slow.
Oh. Hello. Shield crash is dispellable. That's one thing that's pretty cool.
Oh yeah, that's true.
For at least on the Ricky side of things, yeah.
Not that Ricky has not been having trouble with the Pango.
Yeah.
That's the one person that Fnatic is okay with dealing with the Pango.
You're not wrong. All right, where are we at now? I mean, this is still feeling like it's that next round of Roche. 18 seconds till it's capable of respawning. They
saw these necro creeps die to nothing.
Jump in, Abyssal Blade right at the start. They blow up DJ again. No way for him to take that fight. FBZ running through. Oh, this is a good ulti from him. BKB comes out for 23 Savage. Can they take any of them down? The Soulbind onto 2 of them. Moon trying to take away some life. Ice. Gonna go for the Grave, TP out, and jump in Echo. It's interrupted though, and DJ just gonna get dismantled. Didn't do nearly enough. He balled back for that one, and now Ice is likely to go down. 23 Savage hoping to find an angle. Can they bring him down time? Good damage. Blink away, actually. Ice is able to live. And with the bad juju stacking up, it looks like they were able to hold out.
Oh no, Hyde. He thought the rest of his team wanted to fight, but they did not want to fight.
Oh, poor guy. He just gets blown up.
Roche is respawning in 3 seconds, but the Shaker is down, and I think Shaker being down is way more important than Tusk being down. Necro books are available in 10 seconds. I wonder if Ice is going to send one of them into the Roche pit. because this Roche is definitely critical. Like the second Roche was pretty critical if Boom were able to get it, because they could have probably ended the game off of it. But this one is massively critical for both teams because they can both kind of end the game with it.
Yeah, it's again, thinking back how we got here, that push off the first Roche up top lane where 23 Savage ended up getting caught out and then killed up on the high ground since they weren't able to get in after the fear. Ended up becoming largely responsible for the situation we find ourselves in now. Throw out the jump. Roche is going down. It's not going to be here in time. Oh, 23 Savage trying to make the play. Is it going to happen in time? He snatches the Aegis on Dreamless Cell. So they do manage to jump out afterwards. Cheese still on the ground. All right, who got what? So they got the last hit on Roche by Fnatic.
They got everything other than the last hit on Dire. Refresher Shard is in PA's backpack.
Okay.
Cheese is in PA's backpack. Aegis is picked up by PA. I don't know if 23 Savage filled up or dropped stuff in his inventory. There's something on the ground. There's a Wraith Band on the ground. So he may have... he would have dropped it outside of the pit. So yeah, he jumped in, but I don't know if he put anything in his backpack. Regardless, at least he gets out, and getting the last hit is pretty nice. But man, now you have to deal with a very, very stacked Phantom Assassin with an Aegis and Ninja Gear. So freaking Ninja Gear and Blur. Oh god.
Can you put your items into opponents' inventories? I forget.
No, you cannot.
Okay. That's why I was wondering if that's what he was trying to do.
Yeah.
But regardless,
pretty sweet. Huge
win, and now for the first time in, since what is this, the 15-minute mark, favoring Boom in the win probability. You can't overstate how much these Aegises matter, and losing a life, and still this melee barracks up top is holding.
Oh man, freaking Witless Shaco Pugna, 3.2k HP.
So, again, think about, that push down bottom, right? Where there were so many people that were just sitting down here that entire time, and top was pushing out way over here on the other side of the map. That, if this was, this melee barracks down, this whole wave would have been pushing in too, and they would have had to defend, on the whole left side of the map as well as down here.
Yeah. And they don't have, particularly mobile heroes that can alternate between top lane and bot lane that quickly.
Nope.
And they don't have any heroes that have BOTs, so it would have definitely been putting an immense amount of pressure.
All right, what are the items that we got now? Any that really stick out to you as, super nice?
Yeah, so the Ninja Gear was originally on Phantom Assassin, but now she swapped it out for a Leveler. But the Ninja Gear is pretty nice on Tusk also. And they originally had the Witless Shaco on Pugna, and I like that idea. I don't really know why he has the Ninja Gear right now. He may just be using it and...
Wait I like that. No reason, just wait. That's great.
Where's the Witless Shaco? I don't see it anymore.
They were holding off on it. It's in the thing, the whatchamacallit.
The stash?
The stash.
Well, usually what I see with Ninja Gear is you'll activate it and then swap it out with your other neutral item.
Yeah.
But instead he teleports it back to the stash, and I don't really think anyone else can make use of the Shaco. DJ's holding onto the Havoc Hammer. That I don't think that's useful for him. He should get the Shaco. Okay, so what all items are available? They have the Ninja Gear, the Prince's Knife, the Havoc Hammer, and the Shaco. Havoc Hammer is so meh on so many heroes.
Better, didn't it? It got a little
better. Yeah, the pushback's a little bit more.
Slowing for 3 seconds.
And the slow affects attack speed, but that's not that great either.
I wanted to mention that the Pugna Muna right now has an Aeon disc done in his inventory, and he's gonna take off the lock when I guess somebody jumps on him, which is pretty cool. And that might be why he's not holding it right now, because he doesn't actually have enough space. Could be the only thing that I'm thinking.
Yeah, I guess, but you can give the bottle to someone else, because at this point you're just holding onto the bottle in case you find a DD rune,
right?
And then you give it to the Ricky to hold, but otherwise not so much.
Grumstroke could be.
Yeah, exactly. And then on Dire, the neutral items, we got a Leveler on the Phantom Assassin, Ninja Gear on the Tusk. I thought they have a Timeless Relic in their store right now. No one can really use that. Yeah. Man, this is a rare game that Timeless Relic is actually not that high priority.
Yeah, it's weird. Normally you see that item, people are arguing over it. Who gets to keep it?
Yeah, the supports love that item, but Phoenix doesn't really take advantage of it. Tusk doesn't really take advantage of it.
Probably FBZ would be the best, right? Like, how long does the
Yeah,
stun
the
duration?
Pango stun would be nice. The only problem is that you can't bounce back and forth because like you can only get the bounce back once the first stun wears off. And so
Oh, weird.
yeah, and so if you oh wait, no, never mind. I'm thinking of something else, I think.
Okay. I also wanted to mention real quickly the Aghanim Scepter for PA and now queuing up the Rapier afterwards, which is a pretty cool one.
Oh wait, no, I was right.
Okay.
Enemies can be stunned multiple times per use, but cannot be affected a subsequent time until the previous stun duration ends. So Timeless Relic kind of works against you.
Yeah. Makoto. Moving up high ground. Moon also. They are immediately just running across the map ready to find people, but Fnatic back out, and they are fine.
They do not want to fight into the Sages.
No. That's not the play. Arcane Rune picked up for Ricky. He looks like he's going to just try and get whatever farm he can across the map. Yeah, this is looking really good for Boom right now, I'd say. I mean, but the problem is they still have so many objectives they need to take across the map, right? Like, gotta take down these outer tier 2 towers and then start trying to siege high ground, and that's not really the easiest against Fnatic either.
But with Leveler PA, she can crunch through towers very, very quickly. Yeah. So if they win a fight ever on the Fnatic side of the map, I imagine they should be able to very, very quickly take objectives.
Jabs here, ready to go and cut through the wave, the next wave that comes through, most likely. As he is down there bottom. They still holding on to this Aeon Disc for Moon. Spots out the Dream of Cells there. Is like, I don't want any of that mess, and backs out afterwards. He, on Jabs, is actually going for the Aghanim Scepter afterwards.
Oh, nice.
He has 2,400 gold in the bank.
Yeah. Dark Portrait, Phantom Assassin will hurt like hell.
Yeah. It's very cool. Yeah, I want to see the PA Rapier with the Aghanims. The Aghanims is so freaking fun. It's like one of my favorite builds to go in, whether Turbo or Overthrow or anything that people won't get too angry at me when I buy a Rapier, basically. But for anybody that out there still doesn't know what this is, lowers down the cooldown on Blur, makes it instant cast, it dispels, and then on top of that, you refresh all of your abilities whenever you get a kill. So you can just like blink, kill, blink, kill, blink, kill, and do it like over and over and over again.
Real ninja shit.
Yeah, man. It's amazing. Who has the refresher shard now?
It's on SF.
Okay. Just getting ready to ulti for no reason. Sick. DD bottom.
Dire have vision of it. Yeah, right now, actually, Dire has all the vision in the world right now. Radiant can't see anything. They have this random ward down bot, which could come in handy. You never know when it might come in handy. Right. If you see someone trying to push out a lane or something. But aside from that, they're pretty blind.
You know the thing that's interesting about this?
Oh, no, never mind. Aegis is reclaimed.
Yeah. I wonder if the Aegis had been on like Shadow Fiend, if they would have gone and tried to push higher with Hardground or whatever. Just because it's like, maybe not. Maybe it wouldn't have mattered. Dream of Cell trying to take down the Pugna ward. They realize that is there. And
I don't know that she has a DD though. I'm surprised that Boom aren't being a little bit more baity with Makoto.
Yeah. It's a close one. 46 minutes in. This is feeling like it could maybe go... I mean, the game could be over in like 2 seconds. Yeah. But it could also go another like 25, 30 minutes very easily.
Very true. Especially because what's the buyback situation looking like? Oh, Ricky does not have buyback right now. He's actually a very long way away from it. I think he's probably just going to complete the butterfly rather than save for buyback.
Shadowblade walking in. Makoto, is it your time finally? Oh, they find over on the other side Hyde, though. Oh! And he is going to die, so they managed to kill him off. Dreamocell jumps in, and he immediately is going to get Grave, trying to back out. Moon, seeing if he can live through this one. He didn't end up getting the takeoff, so he didn't get his Aeon Disc. Supernova up on the high ground. DJ trying to escape. This fight has gone terribly for Fnatic. as they lose both the Earthshaker and the Pugnet, and might end up losing more if they're not careful. Blink away coming from Dazzle, BKB, Blink Strike.
FBZ has Gem. He can keep eyes on this 23 Savage.
Oh, trying to hide away. He spots him there, but won't be able to break the TP. So they get out.
Abyssal still 3 more seconds on cooldown, so he gets out. Pugna has buyback available, and what? Now he finishes the Aeon Disc in the base? What?
Yeah, I guess that. I mean, it was one of those things where like maybe he was trying to do it. I'd be curious to go back and watch his player perspective, what was happening at that point.
Yeah, because
the other thing is
the only thing it was the Vit booster was locked, and that was it.
Right. What could have happened is like maybe he got brought down before he could activate it, and then he was like, "There's no point doing this right now because I'm gonna die anyways," or like there's a nullifier on me or something, right? Like,
he's had the cheese though, hasn't he?
Yeah, that's a good point.
So like instant Aeon Disc into cheese into life drain, you should be pretty great.
Oh, jump in.
Oh, they're going aggressive.
They didn't know the Dreamo Cell was there, but it doesn't look like it's going to matter. Dreamo Cell pops the Abyssal Blade, turns the fight. They get the Grave out onto Jabs yet again. Soulbind onto 2. Can they bring him down in time? Ricky maybe in a little bit of trouble. Tries to get that Blink Strike away, is able to run away. Makoto throws out the Requiem of Souls. Everybody feared, trying to run away. Dreamo Cell jump in from DJ. This dude's crazy as hell. They do have vision with that gem. A ward up on the high ground. Another great Grave. 23 Savage in some trouble, has a Blink Strike again in 1 second, barely able to get that one off. Now the Dagon turning it around onto this PA, trying to kill her off. Refresher Shard coming from Makoto, and that's another jump out, trying to live through this one, but they kill off that Ricky. The Dark Portrait, how much damage can it really do? I don't know if it's going to be enough. They kill off DJ here in just a second. FBZ gets the Blink away, and with that, boom, take another fight. They lose the Ricky, no buyback.
23 Savage was pushing the limits more than what was necessary. Like, he got graved, and the Phantom Assassin was like a third HP, but she is you're not gonna kill her as a Ricky at this point. She has a ton of armor. She is surrounded by her teammates. She didn't have her BKB granted, but still, she's massive right now. So it was wildly unnecessary for 23 Savage to go back in after the Grave came out, and he doesn't have buyback.
Dude, the graph at one point during this game, the odds were 11-1 for Boom, and now Boom are favored. Jesus. Yeah, you look at this, and the swings are super real. Okay, another Dark Portrait. They're just gonna hold on to that. Turn on to Makoto. He's dropping down super low. Oh, but the Satanic comes out with the BKB, and he's gonna be fine. Ricky back up 20 seconds. Buyback status for the rest of these heroes, still 300 gold away for that Ricky, even once he is back up and online. Dagon to push back Dreamo Cell, try and stop this pressure that's coming in, but it is going to be the first melee barracks claimed by Boom.
I don't know why Jabs keeps making Shadow Fiend portraits, because presence is not worth it, and everything else, like the Phantom Assassin, I'm pretty sure just objectively is a higher damage dealing illusion and a more survivable illusion because it'll have lure built in.
Walking up to high ground, they see the Necro books. Ice, he jumps in with the blink dagger. You're fucking crazy, dude. What are you doing? Oh my god. FBZ, they blink away afterwards and are going to be able to get the back out. That was insane.
Dude, for a second I was like, was that a flicker? Did not mean to flicker up to the high ground like that?
Dude, my heart is like, it's pounding so hard. Ice is trying to kill me right now. Oh, man.
He clearly is confiscating initiating duties away from DJ because DJ just refuses to do it.
Yeah, I also, we saw that last time. There's a big difference in experience right now. Well, we got to hold that thought. It looks like they're going to be able to get the double Dagon. Good fissure out onto both. They get the Supernova. He couldn't kill off that Phoenix, but it's on the other side of the fight. Jabs trying to get away from there, but he is eventually, well, Life Drain? Raises? Second Grave?
Another
Okay,
grave?
Jabs living. I don't know if it's going to be long enough. The other side of this fight, DJ trying to control Dreamo Cell and see if they can get out with the rest of them. They bought back on the Pango as 23 Savage able to make his escape. Do they
don't
find
have
him?
the gem anymore. Okay, now he does. FBZ has it again.
Blink Strike away another time. Snowball is chasing him. Tricks of the trade. He's in trouble. He's in a lot of trouble as they find their man. And Blink Strike, not going to happen. Dude, the fact that the Phoenix was able to get off the freaking egg there was insane.
Yeah.
Wow.
That was too close for comfort. And yet again, 23 Savage gets deeply separated from his team, and all of these defensive capabilities that we're seeing are being used on heroes that don't really need it. Like, they keep this Grimstroke alive for an eternity, which is great, but it's a Grimstroke who already used all of his spells. He walked up, Soulbind, double Dark Portrait, and they were able to also get the double Scythe into double Dagon, but they can't burst anyone, and so Moon's falling off pretty hard, and DJ yet again, like, dude, I've not seen a number on Echo Slam in like so long.
Yeah, it hasn't been great for him. Oh my god, Ice is going for Octarine afterwards.
On the Roche this time. I think either the SF or the Pango are fine. The only reason I'm not that enthusiastic on the Pango is because the disarm is really useful only against the Riki. No one else needs to get disarmed, and he doesn't have like any proc items like Maelstrom or Mjolnir. But let's see.
Oh my god, they see DJ. Dude, he was trying to hunt, and he's just gonna try and TP away now, but the Abyssal Blade comes out. He gets punished over here to the side. They kill Jabs as well. Dreamocell finds him. They have buyback on both of these heroes at least. But this game has been completely taken over by Boom now. Who is it that gets the eggs? It's Hides. They got the Walrus kick. Let's go.
Oh, hell yeah. Not an option I was considering, but always an option I'm happy to see.
All right. Where are they going?
And Pango did end up taking the relic, so his Abyssal Blade is going to last for a very, very long time whenever he jumps on someone.
Yes. Oh my god. Quick jump away there. Again, trying to like chase after Dreamocell. 23 Savage uses all of his abilities right there, so he doesn't have 2 rounds of Blink Strike anymore.
I mean, neither of these cores took the Aegis. It's on the Pango, so
yeah,
you need to be kind of careful.
Dagon comes out, Hex there onto Shadow Fiend. Do they have any extra lockdown? Nullifier, lots of damage out on this man. Leash trying to take him down. Can they do it in time? They've got the Soulbind. Requiem comes out. It's going to get earned. Oh, they're thinking about chasing this one. Yeah, and you can see Boom playing this safe. Like, they know that they have this game if they can just hold out and play it safe now. But
don't know why Mikoto wouldn't take the Aegis. There's no way that Dragonlance is more useful than an Aegis.
Yeah, you're not wrong. I don't know, man. It's a little crazy. Late game decision making.
He had to blow that BKB on the Soulbind, and dire scan. Oh my god, they all know. Oh, they smoke.
Double smoke.
And double smoke.
What are they gonna find?
No one has a.
Goes down to the low ground.
Pango.
FBZ
No,
spots him. He jumps in right at the start. 23 Savage trying to kill him off. There's silence for the moment. Soulbind onto both of them. They force out the BKB. 23 Savage dropping down
these
super
dark
low,
portraits.
but they managed to get it off. Look at the damage out there onto both of them. Makoto goes down. They kill him. Do they have any extra follow-up now afterwards? The rest of Boom have to be so careful right now. That's Aegis down. Dreamocell trying to back away. Who are they going to focus? DJ. He's looking for his moment. He's looking for his opening. Fissures. Not really going to be there.
Oh, no,
and Hyde gets out. Dude, Hyde.
Snowball.
He just outplayed DJ so hard. Holy crap. Bottom lane. Look at this.
Oh my god, that is a massive wave.
Dude, they're going to lose the tier 3 tower off of this one.
Yeah.
Fight recap. Craziness. That's all you need to know.
A lot of things were used, possibly even more than one time. And dude, does it not factor in Grimstroke's like illusion as him or something like that? Because that Dark Portrait destroyed the Shadow Fiend. That was the worst case scenario Dark Portrait also, because it was a Soulbind on the PA and the SF, which means he got the 2 highest priority Dark Portraits, and Mikoto just proceeded to kill himself pretty much.
Does it pierce BKB? It doesn't.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's the problem though, is that if you're forcing out that BKB that early, I don't know. It's a little bit dubious. We should also mention, I wanted to talk about this earlier, but the level disparity is pretty significant right now because they didn't get that last round of outposts, as Fnatic are finally going to look to try and claim what they were coming for earlier, which is this last melee barracks up here on the top lane. FBZ moving in. They still have a catapult there, beating away at it, but the repair kit comes out. Repair kit very, very strong. Very hard to stop.
the last charge. The first charge, actually, yeah, the first charge was used on the second time that they pushed. Whoa!
Walrus kick Moon. He wanted to kick him inside the base. Oh, he misplayed. A little unfortunate there for him.
He does not have buyback.
And he had the gem.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Now repair kit's timing out. Glyph is down.
Well, that's a tough one. You go for it all, and sometimes you miss. But it happens to the best of us. Okay. Abyssal Blade afterwards. Stun up. Dreamocell trying to take down one. Is it going to be enough? Ice, cheese. Living bash. Grave. Where is it? He gets the Abyssal. They try to take it down the second round now. Great silence in the Echo Slam. DJ, he set him up for it. It all happened in the end as 4 go down. Dude, all you need is 1. And that was a beautiful one. As they will take down the melee.
I've been waiting 58 minutes to see that.
Oh god, that was huge. Look at the swing!
Yeah, there's a gigantic wave down bot though, but I guess this is game-winning time. Dream is still alive, and SF has buyback, and all things considered, this SF is still very, very strong, even though he doesn't have all of his souls.
They gotta be so careful. They don't have enough gold right now on Dreamocell to try and go for a Boots of Travel play. There's the Hex gonna land, the Prince's Knife, stun is there, no Echo afterwards. They're trying to take down this tier 3 tower, but as you said, they're losing not only racks back and home, but also they're losing the tier 4s. Like, if you had Boots of Travel right now, you could possibly be making a play on Boom.
They're gonna slow push this. Backdoor protection is gonna stay down, so they don't need to leave anytime soon.
23 Savage is continuing to hit it. Dagon comes out on the back lines. Dreamocell trying to get it, but there's going to be the Grave. Again, you got to take down this Dazzle. He's too tough to kill off otherwise. Meanwhile, the Requiem comes out. 23 Savage going to be controlled through his BKB. Tricks of the Trade comes out. Double Hex. Where's the follow-up? Do they have anything else left in the tank? Blink out by 1. Tusk is done, and no buyback. That Dark Portrait made it happen. And with that, it is going to be Mega Creeps going the way of Fnatic. Still no Tusk or Pango.
Oh man, they're hanging around here still also, and Pugna's level 25, so with this Nether Blast damage, they can very quickly go through these towers if Ricky's going to run interference in the meanwhile.
Yeah, this is so hard right here for Boom to stop. They've got to get in there and make it happen, though. And the buyback comes from that Pangolier. He does have his ultimate back up again, trying to initiate. They find him for the moment. BZ backing away. They find the secondary Abyssal Blade onto the Ricky, but another Grave comes out. He's trying to get away. Abyssal Blade again with the Supernova going. He gets the jump out, but will eventually die. They manage to bring him down. Another round of Soul Mine. They take down Ice as well. So 2 big kills there.
Oh, they're so close to killing the Pango.
Living. They're buying back. They want to end this right now, and they get him. The Dagon comes out. All are alive. There's the Dark Portrait. With this, Fnatic should be able to take this game if they can all get back in time. Makoto turns, hits there on the Moon. Nullifier comes out as well. They're just hoping to hold on, if at all possible. They got the Glyph. Hex is there. Oh, Makoto, he's in more trouble. Trying to control it. The jump in coming from the Ricky. They're going to try and kick him into Fountain, maybe, if they can. See if they can take him down. Another DJ Echo Slam lands. Is it enough damage? It looks like it might be. 23 Savage gets the Blink Strike away. Shadow Bladed again. DJ's got the control that he needs, but the Asian is going down. They don't have an answer for the Cardis, the real MVPs in this game, as we have another one of these absolute classics on our hand. Fnatic take the victory.
What a slow burn from DJ Earthshaker. Literally a non-factor for 45 minutes, no, 58 minutes of the game, and then 2 game-ending Echo Slams back-to-back in quick succession. Fnatic were definitely not on their A game at all. Like, Moon had made some mistakes earlier on. He was getting like decreps on the wrong targets at times and stuff like that. 23 Savage in that laning phase, whenever he walked into a double damage rune Shadow Fiend who came to gank his lane, that was very strange. DJ not being able to slam anything for 58 minutes was definitely not the plan as well. But I think their itemization ended up being the salvaging point. The Moon Pugna being able to get the Aeon Disc and the Scythe of Vice ended up being very, very important. Jabs with the Aghanim Scepter, I think that Dark Portrait. That one fight that Mikoto died to 2 illusions was again the reverse turning point. I think that was that was where you saw the graph go straight, because you see the graph go down, and then the experience levels out for a moment. That was the first fight, and then the second fight where it starts shooting back up, that's when DJ slammed his way back into the game.
Yeah, he entered the game. He was able to make something happen. That was really insane. Great game from Fnatic and from Boom. I think that they showed a really valiant effort as well. FBZ, like the tenacity to stay through it when he had made like a couple of, pretty questionable plays and then made some like huge plays for his teams at a later point. Like I think almost every player had a standout moment at some point this game, which is just what you love to see, good Dota being played by good teams, with occasional flubs here and there. That's what you want to see. That's why we watch this stuff. Whew, God. I need to take a break after that one.
It's only game 1 game. We're just getting started for the night.
Any final thoughts before we finish this one off here for going into game number 2?
Hopefully Fnatic are just kind of like warming up. Whereas for Boom, they exceeded expectations for me. Even though that they lost this game, I think that they played very, very well. And like you said, every single player had a standout moment. They also had many embarrassing moments from every single player as well, like Mikoto not taking the Aegis, FBZ with some strange positioning, Hyde diving in, trying to get a kick back into the fountain, but ends up dying to the fountain and being sent back to the fountain. So a little bit of everything, but definitely above what I would expect a team to be able to bring Fnatic to, at least.
All right, well, ladies and gents, we are going to see if they can do it a second time, if Boom can continue to play at this level, if they're going to be able to possibly swing one away from Fnatic, or if Fnatic are going to, as sometimes we see, just like come back strong and club them to death in the game number 2. That sometimes happens. Who knows? But we'll be back in just a little bit to see all of that and more with the BTS Pro Series right after this.